Unveiling the Secrets of Viking DNA, the study that changes history. The Viking Enigma. For centuries, the Viking Age has captured our imagination, from tales of fearless warriors and epic raids to the enduring image of blonde-haired, blue-eyed Norsemen navigating vast oceans in their iconic longships. But what if much of what we thought we knew about the Vikings was wrong? What if their identity was more diverse, their ancestry more complex, and their legacy more intertwined with the wider world than previously imagined? A groundbreaking 6-year DNA analysis of over 400 Viking skeletons has shattered old assumptions and rewritten the story of who the Vikings truly were. This unprecedented study, led by Professor Eske Willerslev of the University of Cambridge and the University of Copenhagen, reveals surprising truths about Viking ancestry, culture, and migration. Drawing on cutting-edge genomic techniques, researchers uncovered a Viking world that was far more diverse and interconnected than anyone could have predicted. The results challenge centuries-old perceptions and open new windows into the lives of these enigmatic people. Redefining the Viking identity. The word Viking originates from the Old Norse term vikingur, meaning pirate, but it has come to represent an entire era, a period from approximately AD 800 to 1050, when Norse seafarers explored, traded, and raided across Europe and beyond. Popular culture paints Vikings as a monolithic group of Scandinavian warriors, but the DNA study reveals a far more nuanced picture. Researchers discovered that Viking identity was not strictly tied to Scandinavian genetic ancestry. Individuals buried with Viking artifacts and in Viking-style graves often had non-Scandinavian genomes. For example, skeletons found in Orkney, Scotland, showed genetic similarities to the local Pictish population rather than Norse invaders. This suggests that adopting Viking cultural practices was as much about integration and identity as it was about ancestry. The unexpected diversity of Viking ancestry. One of the most startling findings of the study is the genetic diversity among the Vikings. By sequencing the genomes of skeletons from sites across Europe, Greenland, and even Ukraine, scientists uncovered evidence of significant genetic influx from southern Europe and Asia into Scandinavia before and during the Viking Age. These gene flows challenge the traditional image of Vikings as ethnically homogeneous. This diversity is further highlighted by the physical traits of the Vikings. While popular depictions often feature blonde-haired, blue-eyed Norsemen, many Vikings actually had brown hair, a result of genetic influences from outside Scandinavia. The study also revealed distinct genetic differences between Viking populations within Scandinavia itself, indicating that groups from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden were more isolated than previously thought. The role of family and Viking raiding parties. The study also shed light on the social dynamics of Viking raiding parties. A particularly striking discovery came from a boat burial in Estonia, where the remains of 4 brothers were found. These siblings, along with other individuals in the same burial, shared close genetic ties, suggesting that early Viking raids were often family affairs. These raiding parties were likely composed of local communities or villages, emphasizing the close-knit nature of early Viking expeditions. This finding adds a deeply human dimension to our understanding of Viking raids. These were not just bands of marauding strangers but groups of relatives and neighbors venturing together into the unknown, driven by a mix of economic ambition, adventure, and survival. The Vikings beyond Scandinavia. The Vikings were not just warriors but also traders, explorers, and settlers. Their voyages extended from North America to the Asian steppes, leaving a lasting impact on the political and cultural landscapes of the regions they touched. The study reveals how genetic traces of Viking ancestry can still be found across Europe, with up to 6% of the UK population carrying Viking DNA. In some cases, Viking influence was not solely the result of conquest. For example, the Pictish people of Scotland, who had 2 genetically British parents, were buried with Viking swords and artifacts, adopting Viking cultural practices without significant genetic mixing. This cultural assimilation underscores the complexity of Viking interactions with the peoples they encountered. The genetic legacy of the Viking Age also offers insights into how natural selection shaped human traits over time. By examining the genomes of ancient Vikings, researchers identified genetic variants associated with immunity, pigmentation, and metabolism. These findings provide a detailed look at how environmental pressures and migrations influence the evolution of traits that persist in modern Scandinavian populations. Moreover, the study debunks the notion of a unified Viking identity. Instead, it paints a picture of a fragmented and dynamic world where Viking groups evolved independently and adapted to local conditions and influences. The diversity within Viking societies reflects a broader story of cultural and genetic exchange across Europe and beyond. The implications of this research are profound. The findings challenge long-held stereotypes and invite us to reconsider who the Vikings were and how they shaped history. From their diverse ancestry to their complex cultural identities, the Vikings emerge as a people who were as varied and dynamic as the world they inhabited. This study also highlights the power of modern genomics to uncover hidden histories. By analyzing ancient DNA, scientists can reconstruct the lives and migrations of people who lived centuries ago, providing new perspectives on the past and its relevance to the present. The Viking Age may have ended nearly 1,000 years ago, but its legacy lives on in our genes, cultures, and histories. This groundbreaking DNA study reveals a world that was far more interconnected and diverse than previously imagined, reminding us that history is always more complex than the stories we tell. The Vikings were not just Scandinavian warriors, they were explorers, settlers, and cultural bridges between worlds. Their story is a testament to the richness of human history and the enduring power of scientific discovery to illuminate our shared past. As we continue to uncover the secrets of ancient DNA, who knows what other surprises await us? Beyond their raids and explorations, the Vikings left an indelible mark on the course of human history. Their ability to adapt to diverse environments, establish trade networks spanning continents, and integrate with other cultures highlights their ingenuity and resilience. This groundbreaking DNA study not only reshapes our understanding of Viking identity, but also serves as a reminder of humanity's shared history, a tapestry woven from migrations, exchanges, and innovations across time. As we delve deeper into the secrets of the past, the Vikings remind us that cultural identities are never static. They evolve through interaction, challenge, and adaptation. The Viking story is not just about conquests and longships, it's a narrative of human connectivity, demonstrating how even the most formidable warriors were shaped by the communities they encountered and the lands they traversed. Today, the echoes of the Viking Age can be found in our languages, customs, and genetic codes, serving as living proof of their far-reaching influence. The spirit of exploration and resilience that define the Vikings continues to inspire us to push boundaries and seek new horizons. With every discovery, such as this remarkable DNA analysis, we uncover pieces of our collective past, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all people. The Vikings, once shrouded in myth and stereotype, now stand as a testament to the complexity and diversity of human history, a legacy that continues to shape the world we know today.